I have a video I want y'all to check out. So black people, I want y'all to turn your listening ears on, put all the bias aside, and just be open-minded. Y'all be the judge and tell me if police don't overuse their force on just black people when it comes to a simple traffic stop. Check this video out.
You sticking with iTeam8 now, and the public outcry over the arrest of a high school senior back in January.
iTeam8's Cody Fisher uncovered the officer was fired only after public outcry reached a fever pitch.
This is the gas station parking lot here in South Whitley that a high school senior was ripped out of her car and arrested just moments after being pulled over for speeding. At 3:44 p.m. on January 24th, Vivian Augustus was pulled over by South Whitley police officer Brian Schimmel. She pulled into the gas station in the small town where a little more than 1,800 people call home. This video from the gas station was obtained by Vivian's family through the courts. They released it to the public just over a week ago. Just 16 seconds after starting to talk with Officer Schimmel, Schimmel opens the driver's side door. After a little more than a minute of talking with the door open, Schimmel rips Augustus out of the car and throws her to the ground to arrest her.
I'm not going to ask you any questions right now. What I am going to tell you is you were pulled over for your speed and your headlight, okay? Your speed was 37 and then 30, not that big of a deal, and your headlight was out on your driver's side. Just pulling you over to let you know. If you would have just given me your license and your registration like I asked you to do, you would have gone away for warning tonight, okay? But however, since you decided to pull this right here, where you don't want to comply, you don't want to give me your ID, and you think you're going to run the scene, you're now going to jail. Do you understand? You were not. How many times did I ask you? You were not. I've got a body cam on. It'll show you not pulling your ID out. When I ask you to step out of the vehicle, you step out of the vehicle. You don't get to sit there and tell me how I'm going to do my job. Do you understand?
Augustus's family also obtained and released Officer Schimmel's body camera. The camera wasn't running during the first part of the traffic stop and is only turned on after Augustus is on the ground. Her ID can be seen within arm's reach of her on the ground while she's being arrested. Augustus was charged with refusal to identify herself, resisting arrest, and speeding. The resisting arrest charge was later dropped, but a trial was set for October for her to fight the charge of failing to identify herself. Her dad, Brent, was shocked when he found out she had been arrested.
She's a captain in her show choir. She's a part of the Columbia City High School EMT training program. She volunteers at church and youth leadership programs, and she is wanting to study political science and pre-law.
To hear that your daughter was arrested doesn't really fit her character.
It doesn't fit the character, no.
They hired a lawyer and were patient for months, thinking the prosecutor was going to drop the charges.
We had trusted the system to work, and the prosecutor as well as our town council just failed at every step.
That's why they released this video to the public. The backlash was swift and quick. The town council initially released a statement saying the interaction between Officer Schimmel and Augustus was flawed but not worthy of dismissal. 7 days after they released this video, the Whitley County prosecutor dropped the charges. He told me the main reason for doing so was because Officer Schimmel would not have been credible on the stand. The same day the charges were dropped, Officer Schimmel was fired from the department. Workers in the town office told me they had been getting threatening phone calls and messages since this video was released. A statement from the town said, due to public safety, Officer Brian R.P. Schimmel is no longer with the South Whitley Police Department. In the wake of the victory, the Augustus family wants to see improvements in policing in their town.
I would like to see better policies in place for background checks on police officers coming into our community and other communities. I would like to see better training requirements for the police officers coming out of the academy down in Indy. I would like to see continuing education in place, that they have to clock a certain number of hours.
With these charges officially behind her, Vivian Augustus is turning her focus now on deciding which college to attend in the fall. Reporting in South Whitley, Cody Fisher, Wish TV, iTeam8.
Now, I'm going to give my take on this. This happened like months ago, and I'm surprised that this hasn't gone mainstream. Let's just say if it was a black girl that was in the same predicament, you already heard the father saying, yeah, she's, doing good in the school. She's going to go to school in the fall after she graduates. She does something with singing. She's participating in the youth at the church. So all these things that's being said by her father, and he clearly said, yeah, this is nothing like her character. This is just something totally different. So this was something in regards to a black girl getting treated this way by an officer just for this simple traffic stop. Oh yeah, the mainstream media, they would have been like, oh, this is a good story. Oh, and she's black. You see what I'm saying? Like, every time when this happens to a person that is not a color or that's not black, then they're like, oh man, that story's dry. We can't do nothing with that. We're not gonna get a reaction out of the people. So what do? We just wait for the right time, wait for a black person to get messed up by the cops, and then we'll make the story to be in the main headlines, which doesn't make any sense to me. And that just shows you how biased the media is. They know what to do. And especially with election time rolling around, they're going to use any and every little story to push the narrative so that they can get back in. So to the girl, take a learning lesson from this. And to anybody else, even including me, the officer gives you instructions, just comply. And things will just go more smoothly, because at the end of the day, you want to get home, they want to get home. And to the officer, shame on you for using your force to the highest extent possible on somebody that's younger than you and the opposite gender too. So yeah, that was my take on this. I know it's been a while since I've loaded, and it's been busy very lately with school and work. I haven't forgotten about my channel now. I haven't forgotten. I just been trying to balance out school and work, because it's been getting real busy with both of those things as of lately. But there is a lot of things going on with the election. Even the debate, that's going to be a separate video. There was a lot that was going on then, and I honestly didn't want to watch the debate. And then it so happened it happened down here in Atlanta, but I was like watching like a football soccer match with United States and Panama, but that's a whole different topic. I'll make a separate video about the presidential debate and what I got from it. It was just a clown show. But anyway, if y'all enjoyed this video, give it a like, comment, let me know your opinions on this. I might be wrong. Just if the outcome could have been a little bit different on how the way he handled it. So next video, I'm signing out. Later.